Close your eyes for a moment. Picture your earliest memory, the warmth of the sun on your face, the gentle sound of a loved one's voice, a fleeting scent that transports you back in time. It feels real, doesn't it? Concrete, uniquely yours. Now imagine that feeling, and then question it. What if the very fabric of your identity, woven from the intricate threads of memory, was stitched from borrowed cloth? What if every cherished moment, every personal triumph, every intimate detail of your past wasn't truly your exclusive possession? This isn't just a philosophical puzzle or a plot from a sci-fi novel. This is a profound question actively being explored at the cutting edge of neuroscience and psychology, challenging our deepest assumptions about consciousness and the self. And the answers they're uncovering are as fascinating as they are unsettling. Welcome to VeriNous, where we dive deep into the mysteries that shape our understanding of reality. Today, we're tackling a question so fundamental, it might just shake the very foundation of who you believe you are. Are your memories truly your own? We all believe our memories are uniquely ours, etched into the very core of our being. They define who we are, shaping our perceptions and guiding our actions. But what if I told you that this fundamental truth, this cornerstone of your identity, might be an elaborate illusion? What if the most profound experiences you recall, the very essence of your past, were actually borrowed? This isn't the stuff of science fiction or a philosophical thought experiment confined to dusty textbooks. This is a question being actively explored by neuroscientists and psychologists worldwide, challenging our deepest assumptions about consciousness and the self. And the answers they're uncovering are as fascinating as they are unsettling. For decades, we've largely viewed memories as fixed recordings, like files stored on a computer hard drive. You experience something, you remember it. End of story. But modern neuroscience paints a far more dynamic and, frankly, fragile picture. Our memories aren't static, they're malleable, constantly being reconstructed and even rewritten every time we access them. Consider the groundbreaking work of Dr. Elizabeth Loftus, a cognitive psychologist renowned for her research on the misinformation effect. In numerous studies, Loftus and her colleagues demonstrated how easily false information can be incorporated into our existing memories. For instance, in one classic experiment, participants were shown videos of car accidents. When later asked questions using subtly different wording, how fast were the cars going when they smashed into each other? Versus, how fast were the cars going when they hit each other? Their estimations of speed and even their recollection of seeing broken glass, which wasn't present, were significantly altered. This isn't about outright lying. It's about how our brains, in their attempt to make sense of the world, can integrate new information, suggestions, or even our own biases into what we believe to be a true recollection. Every time you retrieve a memory, it's not a simple playback. It's a reconstruction process influenced by your current emotional state, new knowledge, and even the questions you're being asked. But the plot thickens. What if the borrowing goes beyond simple reconstruction and delves into something more profound, something shared? We talk about collective memory, the shared pool of knowledge and experiences that bind communities and nations. Historical events, cultural narratives, even urban legends often become part of our individual memory, even if we weren't direct witnesses. Think about major historical events like the moon landing or 9/11. Even if you weren't alive or old enough to witness them directly, chances are you have vivid memories of these events, pieced together from media, stories from others, and cultural narratives. Dr. Daniel Schachter, a Harvard psychologist, has extensively researched how our memories can be influenced by social interactions. His work highlights how social contagion of memory can occur, where one person's account of an event can subtly or even overtly influence another's recall, sometimes leading to shared false memories within groups. And what about cryptomnesia? This fascinating phenomenon occurs when a forgotten memory returns without being recognized as such by the subject, who believes it is something new and original. Think of a musician who genuinely believes they've composed a new melody, only to later discover it's a tune they heard years ago. This is a subtle yet powerful example of our brains blending external information into our perceived internal creative process, blurring the lines of origin. While the idea of literally downloading someone else's memories might sound like science fiction, emerging research in neuroscience is hinting at fascinating ways our brains might be more interconnected than we previously thought. Consider the concept of mirror neurons. These remarkable brain cells fire not only when we perform an action, but also when we observe someone else performing that same action. They're believed to play a crucial role in empathy, learning by imitation, and understanding others' intentions. While not directly about memory transfer, mirror neurons suggest a deep, unconscious level of mirroring and internalizing the experiences of others, blurring the boundaries between observer and actor. Furthermore, studies on brainwave synchronization have shown that when people are engaged in a shared task or deeply connected in conversation, their brain activity can actually synchronize. While the implications for direct memory transfer are still highly speculative, it opens up intriguing possibilities about how shared experiences might leave more than just a fleeting impression, potentially shaping our internal narratives in ways we've yet to fully comprehend. If our memories are constantly being re-edited, influenced by external sources, and potentially even borrowed in subtle ways, what does that mean for our sense of self? Our memories are the very bedrock of our identity. They tell us who we are, where we've been, and what we've learned. If that bedrock is more fluid than we ever imagined, does it diminish our individuality? Or does it offer a more expansive, interconnected view of human experience? Perhaps our personal narratives are not isolated islands, but rather part of a vast, interconnected ocean of human experience, constantly influencing and being influenced by the currents around us. The question of whether your memories are truly yours is not just a scientific puzzle. It's a deeply personal one. The science is complex and ever-evolving, with new discoveries constantly challenging our preconceptions. But one thing is clear: the human mind is far more intricate, more susceptible to influence, and more interconnected than we've ever given it credit for. So, the next time you recall a cherished moment or recount a story from your past, take a moment to ponder: is this memory truly an isolated imprint of your unique experience? Or is it a beautifully crafted mosaic, pieced together from fragments of your own life, blended with the whispers of others' experiences, and subtly reshaped by the currents of the world around you? The answer, perhaps, is far more fascinating than you ever imagined. We hope this journey into the depths of memory has left you with more questions than answers, the best kind of truth to uncover. If you're as fascinated by the mysteries of science and human experience as we are, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. And we'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your theories on the true nature of memory? Share them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on VeriNous.